Dear students, we are coming to you on the second video. We are going to now see the functions of the operating system. What are the functions of an operating system? So here it's good that we draw up this diagram, okay, with 7 parts. Of course, doesn't matter in the order in which you write, provided you write all the 7. So let's go. So it explains the different functions that operating system has got. If you start with managing the processor, managing the memory, managing the input output, managing the programs or applications, managing the security and access to the system, then organizing the information, that's called file management, and providing the user interface. So let's see how these can be achieved. So we can take down this as points. Okay. So when you come to the process management, what is meant is, so system resources must need sufficient time and the processor is well utilized. We know the CPU is central to the system, so using it to the best capacity and providing it equally and to all the system resources. So organizing the processor to its best and uniformly to all programs, process management. Going to the next is memory management. We know in computer there are different types of memories. So we have what is called, in short, the primary memory, which takes care of RAM and cache and internal ROM memories. And we also have secondary memories, or what are called also auxiliary memories. We have hard drives, storage devices, or tapes, etc. Now it is job of the operating system to manage and allocate this memory relevantly and as required, and also optimize use of it for programs, users and devices using the operating system functions. And third is I/O management, that means input output management. We have seen there are different input output devices that are possible in a computer. So in order for the system to talk to an input device and system to talk to an output device, there are different parameters required, so they need to transfer the data. Let's just go to an example. For example, let's imagine here there is an input device. Let's say it's a keyboard, and then here there's a processor. Now the data that is going from here to here it is, for example, it is text what is typed, but here the data has to be, we know in computer it is zeros and ones. And if the data goes out to an output device, the data, for example, here it could be a picture, for example, okay, somebody's picture, so it's a printer or a display. So this is one format, this is another format, and this another. So the data has to be connected or translated into a format that is required for the device. So the operating system uses something called device drivers in order to do this. So there will be a program what is called a device driver. For example, when you buy a printer, you get a CD. So a device driver is more like a program that converts the format text into a format that is understood by the system CPU. Similarly, it translates the data from here into a format that is understood by and can be imprinted, that's on a display or on a printer. So these are called the device drivers. So that is part of the input output management of any program. So an operating system needs to take care of this, managing input and output, and we use device drivers now. Okay. Then next function is user interface. Now here we use a term called graphical user interface, GUI. Okay, that is, present operating system all have user friendly GUI based utilities. For example, dragging, dropping, pulling, minimizing, etc. We use all GUI, and unlike old operating system where commands were used. So providing an user interface to the user on the computer to access its resources, programs, data, that is also part of the operating system function. And going to the next, application management. We know in a computer we will have different programs, different applications running. All these applications need to be managed, and data has to be received, passed between the operating system and the application. So in order to achieve this, just like we saw previously, we use what is called device drivers in an app. Here, for example, if this is the computer and this is an application, let's say you're running an application for running video. Now the data has to be processed between this. So in order to do this data processing, here we use another term called application management APIs, application program interface. So they are used for doing the communication between the application and the computer. So this is how we achieve. So that is another function of the operating system. So manages devices using drivers, we saw. It also manages various application using what is called an API, that is application management, based on the data received. And the next is file management. This is how file management explains how information is stored in the computer, how they are organized. Just like on your table, you need to arrange things according to different formats, different sections, and different requirement. The information on a computer also needs to be organized. So we need to have what is called an ordered file structure. So most computers uses what are called folders and files within the system. So information management is one function of the operating system. And the last is security and access control. Who accesses and how much a person accesses a system is also the function of the operating system, and we call it security and access control. So here we will have login details, authentication checks mechanism in order to see who accesses and what right, how much of information can a person access once the person is allowed. So these are basic functions of the operating system. So when we come back to the diagram, so for a note purpose, this is a very commonly asked question in university exam, a long question, 10 or 15 marks. So make sure you draw this diagram, put the words, does not matter the order in which, but explain them one after another. So we saw managing processes, managing the computer memory, allocating it well, managing the input-output devices using device drivers, managing the different applications running on the computer using APIs, providing a GUI based graphic user interface based console or an interface to the users, managing the information using files and folders, managing users, giving access, controlling access. So these are the functions of the operating system. I hope it's clear. Thank you.